Walker, another of those players heading up to Hazeltine tomorrow, as is Jordan Spieth. Let's see, swing coach already with the Ryder Cup hat on. It's an additional, or whoever that is. That's not Cameron McCormick.
That was just bad.
Cameron wouldn't be wearing shorts. It's an additional storyline this week, Mark, for these guys. You're trying to win the Tour Championship. You're trying to win the FedEx Cup. But you got that other storyline. What do you see Jordan Spieth working on here?
Well, he's in very good spirits, I might say, here. Earlier on during the session, you know, of course, this driving range is kind of defined by the fact that you've got to hit the ball over a portion, a finger of the East Lake. And off to the left-hand side of the lake, there were a group of kids stacked up there right on the side, the banks of the water. And Jordan pulled out a little lob wedge and was bumping little lob wedges over to them, kind of splashing them with some water. The kids were trying to catch the golf balls. It was all sorts of fun. Spieth was having a good time with the thing. And so very lighthearted here right now. I almost get the feeling here that Jordan kind of knows he spotted Dustin Johnson and Kevin Chappell a little too many. So today's the round where you're just going to let it fly, kind of, you know, have some fun with the golf swing, kind of feel where you are in preparation for the aforementioned Ryder Cup. So for Spieth, I think we might see something special today because of all the warm-ups I've seen this week. He's certainly been the most lighthearted yet today.
I've never seen that before. That's an interesting way to give a souvenir. That is funny. Spieth, loose.
Confidence, too.
A lot of confidence. It's going to be really important the rest of the day. What in the world just happened?
Rock, paper, scissors. But I don't know what it was about.
Do we think, Spieth went, can we run that back? I think Spieth went with rock and Daniel Berger went with scissors. According to the ShotLink statistics, Jordan Spieth is 66% when he plays rock in the final round. And you would have imagined that Daniel Berger would have known that. It couldn't have been for range position.
28.
Well, again, you can see working on the alignment. All these players. All right, let's check this again. So it was a tie. They both went scissors. And then the second try, Spieth, he changed it up. A lot to be happy about. The defending and reigning FedEx Cup champion, Jordan Spieth, introduced for the final time as the FedEx Cup champion for the year. Yeah, made a double bogey at 17. But came back with a birdie at 18. Needs to hang on. Hang on.
Well, and you've got to make these 5, 6, 8 footers.
I did not see it coming out like that. God, that should have come out a lot fatter than that.
Well, Jordan Spieth, after driving in the left-hand rough, that was his third.
Well, one thing about Jordan is you always know how he feels. He's very verbal on the golf course. He's always talking to his caddy.
It's really good. Like I said, he went started at University of Georgia, finished up at Augusta State, so he's quite familiar with the Bermuda grass here in the state of Georgia. Now, Jordan Spieth trying to save his par. Just inside 30 feet, Jane.
Yeah, he's pretty good at this distance. I'll give this one a good chance of going in.
So he'll tap that in, and he'll move to +3.
No mistake off the tee. You can't afford to miss the fairways. It's just pot luck, really, when you get into that thick Bermuda rough.
Tour Championship. Here's a guy that knows all about those scenarios, the reigning FedEx Cup champion. For another few hours, Jordan Spieth back there on the tee at 15. There he is. just heading off the green at 14. Long walk around the water. There's the front nine in the background. That long carry over the lake. The
190 to 202.
It's a hell of a par he just made.
Well, Mark, I don't know what just happened at 14, but according to Jordan, it was a hell of a par that Patrick just made.
Save there.
Nice.
Well, these two, we speak of events next week, are a dynamite combination. So maybe an early practice round for what might transpire up at Hazeltine next week. Both players great scramblers. The foremost of the two, certainly Jordan, has 6-iron in hand, and once again there is very little breeze around here right now. Jordan has blocked a few shots this week. It's been a shot that he's worked on pretty hard. He's been struggling with it on the range.
That whole location on the right, his target now becomes there, center of the green. That's pulled.
The overcorrection, Bill.
That is pulled. It's okay, though.
Gets the long walk with the putter.
I mean, you got a pretty good look.
It's pretty electric around here right now, Billy. Folks digging the fact that the 2015 FedEx Cup champion has just made his arrival on the scene.
Hey, I'd want to be right there, too. I do want to be right there. This is the atmosphere they were looking for, Billy. I talked to Rob Johnston this morning, the general chairman of the Tour Championship, and his thoughts were, how did we possibly not do this years ago, talking about flipping the nines?
I agree. I mean, when you look at this hole, I didn't see a whole lot of people on this hole in our first few years here. Easily one of the toughest holes on the golf course, but it was so early in the round, first third of the round, and you kind of go, well, you know what? I kind of want to watch these guys under the heat, and so I was watching 16, 17, 18 when the spectators would come out here. Now, the whole other side, it would be lined up, and yeah, you pack as many people as you want, but I think to have the volatility, to have the option for an eagle, a bogey. We heard that Dustin made a bogey on a par 5. So it's not a sense that you're going to birdie the last hole. And so you have numbers all the way from 3 to 6 on the last hole, and that could be the swing, and that could be the difference in the FedEx Cup.
Spieth's make percentage would be slightly better than the tour average of 4% from here. He usually just finds a way.
Well, this one's breaking left early, as Bill said, and it should straighten out and go ahead to the right at the death.
And it did! And just not enough!
Look at this. I mean, right there, tracking all the way.
Probably would have made it had he gone behind the back. Just that close for Jordan Spieth. Still 1 under today. And unlike at Augusta National, he does not have to.
It's a smooth little 65 for Siwoo Kim.
Now back at the tee, Jordan Spieth coming off the birdie at 17. Made a double bogey there yesterday. right. Just all depends on what kind of lie he draws over there.
He did not look settled at all at address there. A lot more fidgety than normal. And a very quick transition from the top.
We'll see what's in. Don't have much available. Jordan Spieth drove it right. And he was able to put it in a pretty good spot. He's pretty good with this one. He just kind of bludgeons these. He keeps a lot of shaft lean. You may see him take a big divot here on a short shot because he likes to really take it in low and bring it to a halt pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was not his best effort. Club really got stuck and turned the club face a little left, and it's going to be a fast one from up there.
Well, it was a week that he said he was 100%, and no excuses. Just didn't hit it as cleanly as he would have liked. But still.
It's been a great year, though, for him. I mean, he's had 2 wins. Certainly not.
He doesn't have the length to comfortably reach the 18th hole, but he is so good with the irons that if he continues to drive the ball in the fairway, he's going to have more opportunities. And it's right now, it's just all about controlling the nerves, because you're trying to win the Tour Championship. You're trying to impress Davis Love III for the Ryder Cup. And if you look up on the leaderboard and then all of a sudden you see Dustin Johnson make another bogey or 2, then that scenario is in play. So it's going to be an interesting next hour and 50 minutes. Spieth for birdie.
Yeah, the key is going to be just concentrating on your own business and one shot at a time. It is cliche, but you cannot afford to get ahead of yourself if you're someone like Moore or Chappell. Good effort for Spieth there.
And now Jordan Spieth for par.
Yeah, pretty much automatic for Jordan. Will we see him look at the hole, or will he keep his head, eyes on the golf ball?
Well, came into the week 7th. Right now, projected 9th. I think that's going to change, but Jordan Spieth, even par for the week.
They might see some more of each other next week at the Ryder Cup. They could conceivably be playing together once or twice.
Well, as they walk off the green, we're going to take a look at a putt from Jordan Spieth by the numbers earlier in the week. We always talk about the young man's putting and what he does on the greens.
I'm here with Jordan Spieth. Jordan, a solid round today, 2 under, and a solid season. I mean, you had 2 wins this year. Reflect on that. How do you gauge your season this year?
Yeah, it was a good season. Pleased with it. We had, I think, 8 top 10s, number of finishes just outside that. But, you know, it's a kind of what-if season. A couple shots here or there, but all in all, you know, I'm very pleased with it. If you ask me what's a successful season next season, I'd say that the one I had this year was right there. So I'm a little bummed with the finish this week. You know, I feel very comfortable at East Lake, but going to take some momentum off today's round into the Ryder Cup.
What are you most looking forward to at Hazeltine next week?
The pressure. I mean, it's going to be fun. The first tee shot, and then getting into that rhythm, finding out who we're going to team up with and who we're going to play against, and then trying to feed off the crowd. I mean, I've not played a Ryder Cup on American soil, so that'll be a really, really cool experience.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Good luck next week.
Thanks, Darren. Appreciate it.
Back to you guys.